Good morning, everyone. I see that you've all been seated. Welcome to the conference today of Unfinished Stories book launch, as well as Hazara Genocide Archive introduction. First of all, I'm your host today, Mechit Paiman, and I would like to formally welcome all of you here today. So we're going to get right to it. First of all, I want to invite Sabrina Mirzad, chairwoman of Katib Cultural Association here.
با عرض سلام و خسته نباشید. خدمت تمام دوستا و عزیزا، سبرینا میرزاد هستم، رئیس انجمن فرهنگی کاتب که به نمایندگی از انجمن فرهنگی کاتب و اعضای کابینه و اعضای محترم به تمامی مهمانانی که از راههای دور نزدیک امروز تشریف آوردن خوش آمدید میگویم. همانطور که در جریان هستین، امروز اول اکتبر هست و به همین مناسبت ما برنامه رونمایی کتاب Unfinished Story از آقای حسن رضا چنگیزی را داریم و انجمن کاتب به نمایندگی و همکاری بلاغ امروز این برنامه را تدارک دیده و ما میزبان شما عزیزا هستیم. قدم هایتان روی چشم، بسیار زیاد خوش آمدین و از اول تا پایان برنامه هر کار و هماهنگی و همکاری که لازم باشه از دوستانی که این لوحه های نون را روی کالای خود دارن میتونین پرسان کنین و ما در خدمتتان هستیم. باز هم به یکایکتان خوش آمدید میگم، بسیار زیاد خوش آمدین.
So, Sabrina Mirzad wants to welcome all of you on behalf of Katib Cultural Association, as well as Bolaq Analysts Network. Everyone with the badge, you can just ask. We will be your hosts all day, and we will be at your service. We would like to invite Akram Gizabi up. So, welcome.
I would like to welcome you, but first of all, I would like you to stand up for a minute to give respect to all the people. We will stand in silence for 1 minute for all the victims of the attack yesterday on Kaj Educational Center. Please take the time. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Bolaq Analysts Network, I have the privilege and honor to speak to you today on why Bolaq is created and what it does. In order to save time, I briefly outline the reasons for the creation of Bolaq and the work that it does and intends to do. Bolaq was created 3 years ago by a group of concerned people who wanted to give an unbiased, professional, and honest version of events in Afghanistan from our perspective. Since time immemorial, a version of the history of Afghanistan is given to the world that's alien to reality. A lot of issues were given to society that were not true. There were majority and minority in the country. One group was always the majority, and others, such as the Hazaras, were the minority. Who gave these percentages and why is not the issue here. What is the issue is that the whole process was arbitrary and not based on reality or facts. There has never been any official, credible census taken in Afghanistan. Everything was an estimate, the total population, the ethnic constitution, and their concentration. The demographic and political map of the country was not based on the concentration of the people, but on who lived where. Areas with vast number of people from a certain ethnic group was marked as districts, while other areas sparsely populated by a favored ethnic group was considered a province to allocate the meager resources of the country. We needed to create Bolaq to give a different version of events. For decades, they talked about us without us being involved in the process. We want to tell our version based on fieldwork, geography, and our presence. We wanted to say that there is no majority in the country. Afghanistan is a country of minorities, each having its distinct culture, language, region, wishes, and wants. We want to tell what we think about ourselves, not what others think. We wanted to express our wishes and wants, and not what others think we want. Nobody knows our needs and rights better than us. We want to say what we should have said from our side and how it should have been said. We want to say what we want and say it ourselves, not someone else on our behalf. We should cherish the differences that exist in society, not demonize it. It is not wrong to be different, to have a different sect of religion, or to have a different gender. A society based on justice does not discriminate on issues of race, religion, gender, and region. So for telling all this, we defined a three-dimensional strategy of media that includes writing and images, videos and films, and archives that includes documents. We analyze and document every relevant information. We have started documenting violence because for over 130 years we have been the target of genocide that was directed towards our people. All types of regimes and governments came and went, but our situation changed very little. The rulers were different, but the politics were the same. We decided to collect and document all the relevant information that we get from region and the genocidal campaign. We meticulously archived the information based on a guideline of ICC in a professional and organized fashion. As part of our activity on the issue of media and genocide, it was relevant to publish the book that our esteemed writer and founding member of Bolaq, Hassan Raza Changezi, has so painstakingly written. The Unfinished Stories is a collection of articles published in various newspapers in Pakistan in the peak of a genocide in the country directed against the Hazaras. It is the tale of every issue that we discuss. It's written in Urdu, the official language of the country. Due to its relevance to our work, we decided to have the book translated into English for a wider use by audience. It was translated by volunteers and published by ICA Fund, a local charity organization, and donations from other supporters. Our strategy for the future is to have a network of people, our young, educated men and women, who were born before or after the violence in the country. We need their expertise and experience to help get involved in the scientific, economic, and political institutions in the countries they reside. Given the experience of the last 2 decades, if they put their minds to it, our young generation can do more than their peers in any field. To that end, Bolaq serves as a wonderful medium and arena for their progress and development. Thank you very much.